Alright, guys, let's talk about something. What is the best attribute to have to become a UFC champion? Is it skills? Is it the chin, punching power, to be a wrestler, striker, to be the fastest? All those attributes are nice to have. But the number one thing is to be the biggest guy in a division. Now, by biggest, it doesn't necessarily mean you're the tallest, because thickness comes into it. So, for example, Khabib, he was the biggest guy in his division, thick, strong. He could never make 145 pounds. A lot of these other fighters at 155 that he fought used to make 145. So he was able to out-grapple them, win pretty easily. Now, you look at John Jones. He's the prime example. He's 6'4", 84-inch reach, just a big guy. At 205, there's no one else that gave him problems like that because of the fact that he's the biggest guy. Actually, one of his toughest fights, which he still won, was against Gustafsson, a guy that's also almost his size. So think about that. All the divisions follow the same pattern. Alex Pereira, 6'4", at 185 pounds, and he's thick. He hits hard. He's just big. He was a champion because of that size. How he was able to cut to 185, I don't know. But before him, Izzy was the biggest guy in the division. Tall, yes, skinny, but that's just his body type. He could not make 170 pounds. So he was the biggest one at 185. Same thing with other divisions too. Conor McGregor, he was 145. He could barely make that weight. He had to make sure his diet was on point, discipline, and he looked at the ways. If you see him, you would think like he looks like a skeleton. So he was just using. Basically, it's allowed, but it's not cheating. Trying to be the biggest guy in the division, but that is the advantage because all the other guys he fought were several inches shorter than him, and his punching power was really good because he's a much bigger guy. He moved up to 155 and became champion for a reason, right? So, Kamaru Usman as well. Very muscle guy. He is very strong. He was the biggest guy, champion. GSP, again, big guy, champion. It's a pattern that you cannot ignore and even applies to the lighter weight classes. Look at Sean O'Malley. He towers over these opponents. Yes, he's skinny, but it's not like he can make 125 pounds. He is the biggest guy in the division right now. So let me know in the comments below what are your thoughts on it and who's the best example of being champion because of their size.